I remember on the last day of kindergarten, we had a going away party because the only friend that I'd ever made was moving to Australia. I remember this random day in eighth grade, I was sitting on the floor at my aunt's house and my mom texted me a link and said, "Can you please apply to this?" And it was a private school that I'd never even heard of. I remember being at such a loss when I turned 18 because I didn't know what to do with myself because I had never imagined myself becoming a legal adult. During the gap year between undergrad and medical school, I remember being at such a loss because I was so terrified that I would not be able to get into medical school. I've never been one for catastrophic thinking, so I didn't think to myself, "Oh my god, I'm never gonna make friends again," or I never thought, my life is over if I can't get into medical school right now. But despite that, points in my life, such as the ones that I've listed, I remember being incredibly anxious simply for the fact that I was forced to face the fact that I didn't know what was on the other side of where I stood at that time. I had no idea that in first grade I would meet one of my lifelong friends. Definitely didn't know that when I transferred high schools I would meet some of my best friends and then my significant other, who was the only girlfriend I've ever been with. I never imagined becoming a legal adult because I could never comprehend the idea of school being over. And I mean, I guess I still kind of got what I wanted there because I'm still in school. But see, me still being in school was something that I just couldn't imagine because when I was applying for medical school, I didn't know where I would go, who I would meet, or what I would be doing. Even at those times, I knew that everything would turn out okay, and I knew that no matter what happened, life would keep going. But I still think that I was really anxious simply for the fact that I just didn't know what was ahead of me. I think I would have really liked it if my future self, like me now, could have put a hand on my past self's shoulder and I could just look at him. He doesn't even have to say anything. I don't even have to say anything to my past self, just to see that life moves on, like life continues, and there is something beyond what I'm going through. It's kind of crazy to think that transferring high schools wasn't going to be the hardest thing I'd ever done, nor had I ever experienced yet the best parts of my life. So I know that telling myself at a period of transition, or even now, saying to myself now when I'm in a period of transition that everything's going to be okay, life doesn't turn out how you plan or expect because you can't predict anything that's going to happen to you. I already know that, but I think that there's a lot of comfort in the fact that no matter what happens, life keeps on going and you find a way to be happy no matter where you are or what happens. Something that I didn't realize was that I think that even miss how I felt at that time despite all of the anxiousness. I guess I'm recording this to say, if you are at a big period of transition in your life, I wish you the best getting through it and try to cherish it because even that terror of what the future has, it's in a weird way I look back on it kind of fondly, I guess.